What's up? Welcome back to What's the 504. I'm your host, Christy B. And I'm just going to jump straight into this. First, I want to speak on this hearing situation with Judge Barrett. I think that's her name, Barrett. I cannot even begin to explain how annoying it was to even watch this. Um, let's just go here. Judge Barrett, we the American people do not care who washes your laundry. We do not care if you like puppies or chinchillas. We do not care if you're, you know, interested in clean air. Or let me reframe that. You're not against clean air, or if you what was the other damn thing that just pissed me off? Shit. The Republican, the people on the committee were just asking the most ridiculous questions, and just it was just a bunch of BS. Oh, that was the other matter. One of the committee members was stating how her daughter just thought Judge Barrett was just so awesome and so amazing, and she was writing a paper on her and all this stuff. Like, I'm just like, can y'all get to the damn facts? Can you get to the part where the American people need to know what this lady's position is? What we need to be looking out for, letting this lady be a part of the Supreme Court. I mean, let's really think about this here. And I cannot even begin to explain the back and forth with her and Kamala. Like, it was just, oh my God. I was like, somebody just slapped this lady. Like, what the hell? I will say almost every question that Kamala asked this woman, it was, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to answer this. I'm not going to do this. Oh, this could be debating. I'm not going to answer that. I don't care if Kamala could have asked her, was the hair on her head brown or whatever the hell her damn color. She could have asked her, were you born on this date, and named her actual date of birth, and this woman would have said, I'm not going to go there. I can't answer that. I have no comment. I'm not going to answer on that. Like, seriously, lady, you're a freaking judge. You debate all day. This is what you do for a living. You watch other people debate. Okay? You have to decide, make decisions on things. I'm trying to understand why you can't answer simple questions. Things that are fact. Like, Kamala was actually giving her factual information. And then Kamala had to rephrase the thing. She said, okay, I'm sorry. Are you saying you can't agree or disagree to something that's a fact? And she said, oh, I can't answer that. It can be contentious. And I mean, she gave every excuse in the book. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I am still trying to understand. I took pre-law classes because at one time I was considering being a lawyer, and I still may go back to school, okay? But I did have a book for the 9 justices that we had to read on, and I wish I could remember. But I'm just trying to understand why in God's name did we even write any type of policy that will allow these people to be appointed for life? For life. Let's really think about that here. Now, this woman is supposed to be like the youngest to be appointed. And, we're talking, this woman is probably going to have at least a good 3 to 4 decades. Yes, decades. Okay? As a justice. And so it is very important that we get a clear understanding of her views. And the thing is, she has spent the entire time avoiding verbally stating her views when questioned. Okay, even though we know she's done, papers, and she's had several cases. I mean, the information's out there. Okay, we know that you're pro-life, you're against abortion. We know that you're in line with the Republicans wanted to repeal the Obamacare Act. Your points of view, they're out there. They're there. Okay. But the fact that when you're questioned about those points of views, you have the audacity to feel like you're not entitled to answer the damn question. When you're being appointed to a position for life, it just amazes me. Amazes me. And I personally feel like as a committee, the people who are listening at these hearings and guiding this crap, like, there's no way that if you're being appointed to a position of this type of power and this type of, security, okay, that you should be able to sit there and not answer a damn question. I don't care what party you're on, you're a part of, Democratic, Republican, Green, Red, I don't care. But there's no way that you should be appointed to a position for life again and literally till you freaking die and not have to answer any questions. You can just say off the bat, no comment. Or you can just say, oh, I feel like that's contentious. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to answer that. And you literally do this with 90% of the damn questions that you're asked by the Democratic Party because, of course, when her own party asks her questions, oh, she can give a wonderful answer for that. And she can remember damn near everything they ask her, cases they asked her about. But when the Democrat, I don't recall that. I don't remember that one. Really? But you remember all these other things. You said here, this is what? This was day 3? Am I mistaken here? You have been sitting here with no notes. Nothing to refer to when people ask you questions, but yet in certain cases you don't remember, Judge. I find that very hard to believe. Like, seriously, dude. Okay? And I would like them to put in a policy. Let's think about this. Okay? If the average American had that type of job protection, let's think about how we wouldn't probably even need a welfare system. How people would not need unemployment, right? Money. How people would not need, like food stamps, those things. How people would probably keep a place to stay. How people wouldn't have problems with homelessness, right? If we, the regular average American people working, if we had that type of damn job security, imagine how much money the government could actually save and what more they can do with the tax dollars. Let's think about that. We can appoint this person to a high position and they can stay there no matter what, right? Unless they do, I guess whatever they have to do have to be major, like committing a crime or something like that, right? But literally, they can stay there for as long as they want until they freaking die. But yet, at any point in time, we can be fired or let go from a job on a whim. And now we're faced with all of these difficulties and all of these challenges. That just amazes me. Like, give that same type of entitlement to the Americans that are working every day, who are on eggshells and don't know that they're going to have a job from one day to the next, who are stressed out because jobs are putting so much kind of pressure on them and overworking them and underpaying them. Why don't we put those type of job securities in place for the American people? And let's see what it does for the economy. Let's see what it does for homeless shelters and the need for food stamps and TANF care and all of these different factors that cost money and what happens when people lose their job. That's what I want to see done. Oh my God. So, okay. Now I'm done venting about that. Let's move on to celebrity news. Okay. Cardi B. No shock here. She's taken Offset back. Of course. When she filed for this divorce, I was like, oh, cool. So she finally filed for divorce this time. Like, before she talked about it, they, separated, whatever. So, okay, so she actually went in and filed for the divorce, okay? So then it's like her birthday comes, they celebrate. Great. Shout out to my fellow Libra. I'm a Libra as well. So she celebrates her birthday. Offset does a pop-up visit and shows up, and gives her a Rolls Royce. And, it's like everything's all good. She's dancing on them. TMZ has footage of them kissing. All these different things. I'm like, okay, here we go again. He shows up. Now she's going to take him back. So then you have to question, okay, was this a legit situation? Were you filing a divorce for real? Or was this just like to get attention? Right? Okay? So don't get me wrong. Cardi B trends all the time. She gets a lot of clicks. She's very controversial. But, the fact that she took him back so quickly after filing the divorce leads you to have to question, well, why the fuck did you file the divorce? Why did you file for divorce if you want to take him back that easy? I don't understand that. So, again, everybody has a different set of values. Some women don't care if their man cheats on them as long as they don't get nobody praise. Everybody has their own set of values. Okay, no problem. But the average woman, a man cheats that many times and you actually move forward with filing a divorce, that's more emotional and serious, right? So if I've already filed for divorce, you can't just show up on my birthday and be like, here, happy birthday, here's this type of car, and everything's going to be all good. Like, even if you're going to take him back or you want to work things out, Where's the part of him working for it, right? Where's the part of him showing you that he's really serious this time and things are going to be better? Now, when Cardi came on and was first talking about her divorce, and she was debunking people saying that she's filing the divorce because she want to get album sales and all this kind of stuff, whatever. She debunked all that. Like, I don't have to do that. I'm trending. I'm number one, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, right? But the fact was, whenever she was asked why she filed for divorce, it was just like, oh, it wasn't nothing bad. It was just, we were fighting all the time, and, we just weren't getting along. We just weren't seeing eye to eye. We just kind of fell out of love. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't sound like somebody that's emotionally torn, right? Or is going through something really heavy to say you just filed for a divorce. So I was already questioning, like, okay, Cardi, typically somebody files for divorce, they're not that, like, blasé about it. You know what I'm saying? Usually you're kind of like, look, I was just fed up with everything that happened. I'm just ready to be done. Like, you didn't get that type of, like, you didn't get that type of finality from her when she would be talking about why they filed a divorce. So I definitely had to question. And then when the documents were filed a certain way where she was going to get full custody and all these different things, it's like, okay, filing for divorce is a big deal. So that's something you would have talked to your attorney about. She came back and said, okay, that was filed like that in error. I think I reported on this, but I do find that hard to believe, because somebody of your status and of the type of money that you make as a celebrity and just all of that involved, you would have been in very close contact or close touch with your attorney and been very clear about what you wanted. I just find it hard to believe that you would just tell your attorney, hey, I want to file for divorce, and then that was it. And then the attorney just took it upon themselves to put all this extra shit in there without even telling you. Like, I find that hard to believe, even if that's standard practice to say you want full custody or whatever. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. That makes zero sense to me, that your attorney would just file that and just automatically put that in place without informing you. If you didn't give him the guidelines that you wanted, if he just had a standard way of doing it, they would have at least informed you, Cardi, we're going to file, we're going to petition, take this to the courts. We're going to file this officially on this day. We're going to get everything signed. Here's a copy. Because, it would have gave you documents to show what they're filing for. The attorney's not just going to file the shit and you don't know what's on the papers. So even that, I was questioning, like, okay, this doesn't make sense. So, nah, this ain't making sense. So, whatever. People going to do what they're going to do. Cardi is grown. We already know Cardi going to do what she want to do. She don't care what nobody else got to say about what he's done and what his past is and what he's known for. She's going to be with him. Period. The unfortunate part about this is, though, and to me and from many other observers, okay, we are on the outside, so we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know everything going on. But from the outside, it doesn't look like Cardi is the one that's in control of this relationship. It really looks like Offset is the one controlling this relationship. Because you filed for divorce, but then he can just show up on your birthday with a vehicle, and then everything's all good now? Like, who's in control of this relationship? To me, it's like he just know, okay, all I got to do is this in the moment for a little while. And then she going to, we're going to work it out. She going to come back. And then he going to get settled and go back to his old ways again. So this is the part where I'm saying, why do it so quickly? Why not have him work to show you that he's really changed and he's really wanting to make things better. He's really wanting to work things out. Give it time. Have him work to earn you back. Let him work to earn your trust back and your attention back. So you did something like filing for divorce, but then a month later you took him back. Like, what was the point in filing a divorce? You know what I mean? And that's not to say that people don't reconcile or change their mind. But we've seen this back and forth with Cardi over and over again. And so at some point, it's just, make him at least work for it. That's all I'm going to say. So, anyway, you guys, moving on from that, let's talk about Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. So, Tory Lanez did not appear in court. Okay, he went to court he had a court date. Let me rephrase that. This past week, he called into the court, seemed to understand everything that the judge was saying. Whatever. He got arraigned until, I think the case isn't arraigned until November the 18th. And his what was it, his bail money was dropped to like 180 or something like that. So, but then a bodyguard came out, okay? Well, I don't know, this I think this was before, but a bodyguard came out stating his side of the story, what he claims happened, okay? He says that, they were all at the pool party, whatever. Then, they got into the vehicle. Meg and Tory Lanez was arguing, and then the friend Kelsey, they were all arguing, allegedly arguing about them trying to, both them being involved with Tory or something like that. And then allegedly Meg got upset and jumped out the car, okay, started walking away. And then the friend, and Tory were hassling over the gun, and the gun accidentally went off. But then the bodyguard is saying that, oh, then the girl shot. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. It makes zero sense to me because, one, you haven't explained why was there a gun involved in the first place, why was the gun loaded, and what motive would her friend have to shoot her. That's the part I'm trying to understand. Now, we do know, based on, like, of course, Neighborhood Talk, different blogs have shown that they don't follow each other anymore. So her friend Kelsey and Meg, they're no longer friends on Instagram. Okay, so of course we figure like, okay, there's something else going on there. There's a lot here that we don't know. And I have said that on my previous discussions about this. There's a lot of information that's not being given. Again, I believe Megan did experience that. I believe that the gun was fired and all these different things did occur. But what I also believe is that there's information that's being intentionally withheld. Now, I don't know if that's because of case information or investigation. I don't know if it's just some personal things in there that she just doesn't want everybody to know, which I can understand that. There's some things that she may not want people to know about. So it's hard to say, like, if everything she's saying is true and the part that's being left out is just not really about what happened, but some other things maybe that was going on that she doesn't want to know about. Or there is something else there that happened that is relevant to this case, and maybe we're going to find out in court. I don't know. But I think that if Tory Lanez is guilty for this, that he is very arrogant. The audacity to come out with an album and, acting like you're innocent, proclaiming your innocence, but you have not openly talked about it yourself. You have not come on any platform and said, hey, look, this is what happened. But you want to portray like you're innocent in your songs. So make it make sense. And I know me, if I'm not guilty for something and somebody was putting my name out there saying that I shot them, bitch, I'm going on live. I'm going on live and straighten that up right now. Like, I'm not about to be letting weeks and weeks and months go by and I'm not saying nothing. And I just drop an album. What? If I'm facing 22, he's facing 22 years. And he has a child that he could possibly be away from and not be able to see. So why would I allow this to continue going on like this? I'm going to come out and I'm going to straighten my name out, right? So that's what makes me really believe that he is guilty 100%. Like, no question. And this bodyguard story to me is an attempt to make him, Tory Lanez, try to look innocent. Like, they're trying to come up with something else that's going to make it look like he's innocent to try to cause confusion in this situation. Again, we will see how this plays out in court. There's just some information that's just, I think, missing there, but we shall find out in court, based on how this case goes, what really happens here. We'll probably never 100% have all the facts, of course, all the information, of course, but we will have, I think, more clarity now that this case is being taken to court and charges, he's been indicted. So, I will say I'm proud of Megan for standing up for black women. She's dropped an essay that she's doing. She has a trailer, I guess I call it a trailer, on her Instagram page, so definitely check that out. She's basically speaking up for black women, just saying black women do not have protection in the community, and black women are not appreciated, pretty much is what she's saying. Black women are not appreciated in the community. Black women stick up for black men anytime there's an injustice that's going on. We always speak out. We protest. We're on the posting on social medias about we need justice and all these different things, and we stick up for them. But when things happen to black women, that same level of support is not there. That same level of loyalty is not there. And so this is basically what she's speaking on and she's calling it an essay. So this is basically what she's speaking on. And she's also recently established a organization to give to give black women scholarships. I think it's specifically for black women, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, she established that. So I'm proud that she's actually doing some things and making some moves to empower black women as a whole. Even if, you know, some of the information that we're getting regarding her case, even if there's some holes in there or there's some information that we're not being given, I still have to give her credit and her props for making these strides and these efforts to try to bring attention to black women in the community and the things that that are happening and the injustices that black women suffer, as well as the black men. But a lot with black women, we suffer a lot of things in the community, and it's just not addressed. It's ignored. It's not brought to mainstream attention often. There's not enough outrage when something happens. I mean, honestly, with Breonna Taylor's situation, I can honestly say, like, this is probably one of the most attention that a black female has gotten, and I can't even recall. You know, and yeah, well, I know I'm still upset about that. You guys. So anyway, I just wanted to speak on that. Oh, also, I forgot to mention with the Cardi situation, there also was a rumor last week, was some pictures and stuff in the Twitter account had came up, and it supposedly was Cardi B's sister, but Impressive, she debunks all that, so I got to give her props. The Impressive channel, she debunked all that. She went in, she did like a whole breakdown of where these pictures came from and how it's a fake account, and how the account was, the post was from like an Android phone, but her sister Hennessy was actually holding an iPhone in the pictures, an Apple phone. So it was a lot of things in there that she was able to debunk. So I definitely have to give a shout out. If you get a chance, you can go and watch it. So anyway, you guys, I think I have spoken enough for the night. Yeah, so comment below. Let me know what you think. Did you guys watch the hearings today? What do you think? What do you think about Cardi taking Offset back? Yeah. And also, what do you think about Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and how he's reacting and all this other stuff? So it's just so much going on. So anyway, you guys, thanks for checking out What's the 504. Again, I'm your host, Christy B. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and hit the follow button if you're on Instagram. You heard me? Anyway, smooches.